What up, Wheatfield? What up, y'all? Sweet, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. If you're new, hey, welcome to you too. This is a quick video, a channel message that I am getting. This is your girl Lati here at Tears of Wheat Road Show. You show enough, never know what you're gonna get. It's just an inspirational little message for the rising. Today is, I think it is June the 2nd, 2025. So whenever you get this message, it's still good for now. But we just got a download from the Spirit, and it said the title was Desires of the Heart, Beloved. And Spirit said for somebody to be very, very intentional, right? Like, it's like one, look up. The Spirit has us looking up, and we do see some things that we desire, like, the simple things. Home with a deck and yard and space, and maybe even that privacy fence down there would be nice, just, you know, look, incognito. But Spirit just kind of took us through, going through the rooms of the house, of the vision, like each little space or a particular space. And thinking about what we would need to make the vision come true, and just seeing it and allowing it to give us the vision, and then write it out very specifically, very intentionally. And Spirit broke it down, like where to put this and what type of material to get and what are the specifics or little details to really bring forward the fullness of the vision for the sake of peace, even charity and love and communing and connectivity. Comfortability is what I'm really getting. Being peaceful and comfortable, right? And just a beginning of a new era. So right now I'm seeing the Fool card. I'm seeing the Four of Wands, and I'm seeing the Four of Swords. So new beginnings, needing to take a risk. The first risk is to believe. We were on a road trip and we really had to um, the road trip was the culmination of the activation of belief and faith, and activating that faith. The Most High God had given my sister a vision and told her to make this move, and even though she didn't understand it, she was obedient to that instruction and followed the vision. And every step of the way, everything came together. She faced some adversity, you know what I mean? Sometimes facing the spirit of rejection, and we just kind of talked about that, being plagued with that spirit and what it does for us as the wheat, right? It helps us dig into self. And then we also see the other members of your soul community come together and rally around you. It really gives you that deeper perspective of who you should pour your energy into, what relationships to cultivate. And I keep getting this vision. And for some reason, I'm seeing power lines. I'm seeing it's giving me ley line energy. Going places where you feel like you can be energized and revitalized. You can recharge. And sometimes that's not always where you're at, right? So you kind of have to separate yourself so that you can get back to self for the sake of realizing your highest self. But that is kind of like essentially the new beginning, is getting that vision and having faith and believing and having faith and activating that faith through some sort of action, right? Believing that everything that you need is going to come in and the vision will come to fruition. Just stay at it. Don't get discouraged, right? And keep moving forward. I'm seeing the Four of Wands, that stability coming through, celebrating the culmination, the end, which is kind of like the energy we're sitting in. We had so much fun and made so many great memories. It's definitely something that we'll both hold. But then I see the Four of Swords, which brings in that rest, that sense of peace, like the rejuvenation, the recharging, like the reflecting, the remembering, and then I get recovery, and then I hear restoration, and then I get fulfillment, right? And then I'm hearing glorification, glory unto the Most High God that did it. that, you know, you went through these tests and you could see what the Most High God will do because you believed. You believed. And that is your testimony. That will be the testimony. So I will see you guys back with a channel message supported by the cards. You know what I mean? Like how the spirit will tell you and then they show you so that you may believe, right? That you may believe. You know, it happens, miracles. And just as I see like this tree, right? Something so simple. But just a couple months ago, it was barren, it was bare, it was cold. Then it was budding, right? With the spring, new beginning. And now look at the fullness, right? In just such amount of time. It gives me like the sense of how the Most High God will restore the time that the cankerworms ate, like that lesson. That if you just go with the flow of life and allow the Spirit to do what it naturally does through you, then you too will be fruitful. Seasons change. But if we stay stuck in winter, then we'll never get to the harvest. We must go through and trust the process. Thank you guys again. I love you so much. I really, really do. You know that I love you. I love you just like I love me, because that is my capacity, right? But it is growing and it is expanding on a daily. I love you just like I love the Alpha and Omega that made me, the beginning and the ending. It does all things. Sit out in nature and just look at the miracle of it. If it does this through everything, beloved, then what would it not do through you? If you would just believe and allow it to. For His word moves on the breath of life. And that intelligence creates all things. And as you live, beloved, that word is moving in you. And you breathe. So that word lives. To the next now, y'all. This your girl, Lottie from Terrace and We Tarot Show. I love you. Ashe.